participating in that. Hopefully that set us up to start thinking about um, good qualities in a partnership or a relationship. I'll hand off to Matthew to get us started with our content for the day.
All right, thanks, Maria. This is Partnerships Committee's take on Valentine's Day. We are talking about our relationship with SAW, celebrating its different aspects, thinking about our future, and we've got a couple of fun activities planned that we hope will strengthen our relationship with SAW and with each other. So stay tuned for that. Um, but first, I'll throw it over to Simya.
Everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about what a typical call with our contact who is AL looks like, and then just dive into specific what happened in the last call. So come prepared with an agenda full of questions, and there's like a little doc where we usually write down everything that's off that I thought were assumed, and they recruited a tutor to assist with the university entrance exams, and some of the student scholarships have been confirmed, which is really cool. And SAW is not able to run the same level of activity that they normally have for CHOP workshops as they did before. But SAW has been able to visit communities because EL does receive calls regarding dinner. ATL will be there, which is so cool, and he answer questions live. So
A useful time to get updates from SAW and the situation going on in Thailand, as well as neighboring Myanmar. So on February 1st, there was a military coup in Myanmar, and we heard about this from ATL during our Skype or our Zoom call later that week. So the events of February 1st, in which the military arrested prominent public officials, democratic leaders such as Aung San Suu Kyi, President Win Myint, and 400 other officials. They've been detained and they don't know where their location is right now. Um, the military has taken control of the government. This is in contradiction to the results of an election, a general election that happened last November. Even amidst the coronavirus, they held this election, and the National League for Democracy, which is the party that Aung San Suu Kyi represents, they won the election. They would have taken their first days in the new parliament, but the coup interrupted that. Since then, and it's really authoritarian the way that the government has taken control of the country, or sorry, the military has taken control of the country. Facebook, internet, phone services were all discontinued and have been blocked. ATL is letting us know of even stricter cyber law that's being considered in assistance with China. Something that I saw with related to that law is the fact that if you were to carry a USB drive, that would be grounds to be arrested because you are containing a storage media device of some sort. So it's very strict. Despite these restrictions, the curfew, millions have poured out into the streets to participate in the civil disobedience movement. They are calling for democracy, reject the military government. There are protests happening all over the country, close to Mae Sot because it's right on the border with Myanmar. There's a town called Wadi, and I have a friend there who's taking tons of photos from a protest happening just across the border from Mae Sot. And April, let us know of some disturbing news of soldiers and police breaking into homes to arrest participants in the middle of the night. So it is very a volatile situation. There is a history of military repression in Myanmar. So we are hoping for more positive news news and just staying updated with this. Okay, so that was an update from the Zoom call, and now University of Cincinnati GlobeEd students take to Thailand to visit Social Action for Women, our partner, over the summer. So in 2018 and 2019, interns were able to visit Thailand. Their pictures and videos are shown here. In the top left, we have the 2018 group. Really just playing the cane ball. Normally, cane ball is a game where you have this ball and you kick it with your feet, with your body, with your head, but it's over a volleyball net. So forming here in the US, but the kids in Thailand are really, really good at kicking this ball over the volleyball net and doing all sorts of great stuff. Grow interns also, so that's what they and after we held classes. These were opportunities to practice English. And then also just celebrating and forming connections with students. By the end of the trip in 2019, I was celebrating its 19th anniversary. There was a big party there, and all the fun was to be had. So you can imagine how this strengthens the relationship between the children at SAW, who now know and are familiar with students at the University of Cincinnati. They'll see new faces each year when the Grow team returns, and have a history of working with them both in classes and just being friends with them as well. Okay. I'm going to turn it over now to Ajit.
Every time I see that video of Ellie flossing, I just feel like it's been so long. That was like almost 2 years ago. It feels like almost a decade. Anyways, so yeah, grassroots online work. So yeah, am I echoing for anyone? You found now? Cool. Grassroots online work is our current name for Grow as we continue in the virtual setting. So these are some screenshots from last year. In the middle, the top middle is from the beginning of March, right before we went fully virtual for the rest of the year. So that was fun. And then the rest are really photos from like later on in spring and into the summer. Had a lot of conversations with SAW students, and it was really enjoyable. We had practiced their English. They taught us words in Thai and Burmese. We obviously butchered them, but we're getting a little better now. In the upper right, we have a little picture from actually this past winter break. Talked with SAW students and practiced interviews and essays with them. That was pretty fun. We're hoping to do more of that into the coming years, so keep an eye out for that. We'll open that chapter most likely. And along the bottom, just some fun little snips from the conversations and presentations they gave. In the bottom middle, we have Matthew threatening ATL with do not hide from me in response to Subway. In the bottom right, we have a presentation on Little Peep. And this had just followed a presentation on Martin Luther King. This was exceptional on its own. Bottom left, we have Sunny and Adam joining us for a call. Again, open to general chapter members once we figure out exactly what we're doing. We'd love to see you all there. We got a lot of stuff in the works, and you'll hear more about it later this semester.